Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Shine Sisterhood call. I'm so excited that you guys are here tonight. I have so many awesome things that I want to share with you. Um, so I was on the Diamond Mastermind earlier this week. I want to start with that. And I absolutely, you guys know I love that call so much. And it's interesting because they're so good. Like Lori and Courtney are just on it. And they talked all about retention. And basically what they did was they opened it up to the floor. So you have to remember, anybody that's on this call is a diamond leader in Flawless Empire. So we're seeing Morgan in there, Jen Chalker in there. Like these are people who have successful businesses right now and doing very well. And so it comes to the floor, and the question is, how are you retaining your customers and coaches? Like, what are your tips and tricks? Like, what's your strategies? How are you doing things? So Missy, who you might know, she's really good. She's a 1-star, and she's just consistent, very, very consistent, and she's just such a good coach. Anyway, she says a lot of times she brings it to one-on-one, which I thought was really good. I think that I need to do, I think I do that a lot. Like I have a lot of message threads going on, and I feel like I am always trying to like bring things personal, but that was interesting that she said that. Then let's see, each month put in message thread. Oh, okay. So, okay. So there was a few things. So who was it that said, wait, let me just look over. All right, so this was Jen Chalker. And Jen Chalker said it, and then Morgan very quickly backed it up. It was like, yep, that's exactly what I do. That's what I'm teaching my team to do. And what they talked about is they do message threads or pods or whatever you want to call it for new coaches. Now with Morgan, she recruits a lot more. So she has a lot of coaches each month that she's recruiting to new coach train, whatever, to her team. So what she does is, what they do is they put these coaches in these pods. So like for Morgan, she'll have like a January new coach pod, a February. Now, what I liked here was Jen Chalker quickly like came in under that and was like, look, I'm not getting as many coaches as Morgan. So in my position, she's like, I don't really have to run monthly ones, but what she has is like a new coach thread. So as soon as a coach signs up, you group them with other new coaches. Here's the thing I love. They said they do it as a team. So I thought that that was fantastic. So that could be any of us that are bringing on new coaches, especially because like we're a baby team at this point. So we're not like it's not going to be like 20 people in there. You know what I mean? Like even if each of us signs up one or two, it's not going to be that much. And the hope is that once we sign these people up and put them in this new coach message thread, they're going to hopefully, some of them are going to want to go and move over to the Emerald one. And so that's what they do. They basically move them along. So there'll be an Emerald thread, and then once they're in Emerald, if they really want to push to Diamond, they can come into our Diamond thread, and that's the one that we currently have going on. That's the one that I kind of already have set up. My issue is I'm not recruiting many coaches to put in that position. Like I'm not getting to that point. So I think that that's something as a Shine Sisterhood team that we can all support each other and help each other with. And you guys know I have the coach sneak peek on Instagram. Elena has been very proactive and very, what's the word I'm looking for? She's taken a lot of initiative with it. And what happened was, so we've been trying to set it up where we can run that as a team. So that means like anybody that we recruit to join, who's interested in joining, but wants to know like, well, what is this coaching thing? Maybe they have a lot of questions. We have a coach sneak peek on Instagram that's set up as the Shine Sisterhood. Right now, it's my Instagram account. It's like a separate account from Georgiana, like from my regular one. But what I was hoping to do is run it as a whole team. So we can like change up the stories, change up the posts so that the people who we add to it will see your faces, not just mine. It'll be you guys talking on it, not just me, so that we're doing it together so that anybody who we put in it, all we have to do is walk them through how to go through that that coach sneak peek so that they can decide if they want to join our team. And then once they're on our team, then maybe we'd have a new coach thread for them. Morgan says she actually runs it on Instagram. So she puts all of her new coaches in a new coach thread on Instagram. She runs hers monthly, but like I said, Jen has like an ongoing one. And they use other apps as well. They don't just use Facebook and Instagram. I think Lori's mentioned that she uses Boxer, and I think one of them used something else. I'm comfortable with just keeping it on Facebook or Instagram. That's totally fine with me. But I thought that that could be something really great that we could do together. So I know that I've talked about this sneak peek many times on the call because I feel like, you know, it's taking some work and some time to kind of like iron everything out. But I'm so happy that Nina took a little bit of an initiative to get it going. So what wound up happening was this. I gave Elena my username and password in the hopes that she could just go onto Instagram and that she could sign in and like basically be me. But they did a whole security thing.
Yep.
So like within 60 seconds, I would have to get an email to my email and I have to give her the numbers and then she can use it. So it's not a big deal. Like all she did was say, "Are you ready?" And I was actually getting Kelly up and ready for middle school or whatever. And I was like, "Sure, now it's perfect." So she said, "Okay, check your email." I went and checked my email, copy and pasted the number and sent it right to her. And it was within seconds. And she was able to get into it. And if you guys go in there, you'll see she did some posts. I talked to her today a little bit one-on-one because she was posting so much so fast and we haven't really gotten a chance to like figure out how we want to do it. But I was just loving so much how much initiative she took. And like, she's just like, I'm going for it. You know what I mean? Like, I got to get this going. So that was so great because it kind of like got me thinking more about it. Like, we've got to figure this out. There's got to be a way that we can, I mean, I guess we could just do it this way, but what I would really like to do, and I think the best way to do this is to put it to our team page. It's like figure out how we're gonna, so the one thing that I know we need to get done is covers for the Instagram stories. So I know, Carrie Danielle, you were so sweet in volunteering yourself for that. And they just have to have
I love making stuff. It's like my brother. So tell me whatever you want. I'll make them. I have no problem.
Yeah. It basically just, you could use your own creativity. They could either say day one or, I don't know, one. You could just have a number. I think that's how Morgan had hers. They're basically going to be highlight story covers. So, you know, those covers, I think there's even like we could do them right in Canva.
How many would you like?
Okay, so there's going to have to look on the Shine Sisterhood. Oh, maybe I'll look right now, really, really fast, because there's other content that I want to share with you guys. I'm so excited about. All right, hold on. Let me look. I got to get over to that page, Shine Sisterhood. Okay. So right now, what I have, so I don't know if you, Sharon, if you're in there, or if, I think Carrie Danielle, you're definitely in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now there's 5, but that might change and we might be adding things as we decide how we want this to look and run and how it's going to actually go. So so I mean, the easiest thing is just to put 1, 2, 3 so that you could just tell them when they join, okay, you're going to watch the highlight stories and you're going to watch them in this order, and you tell them exactly 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, you know, so you could see, I don't know if you guys could see, but Elena started adding some things, but she didn't have like the words. So like I said, I want to kind of, what I would like to do is use the posts that I have, the content, the words, but change who's posting it. So we can each take a chance, like each one of us has a day that we post it. Change the picture on it so that it includes all of us in it. So like, you know, like let's say like with the transformation one, it would have each of our transformations. You know what I mean? So we could have up to 10 coaches running it with us, which would be great. Right now it'd probably be only 5 or 6. But okay. And then not 5 or 6, probably like 3, 4. So yeah, so that's what I would need for that. And then I think just like I said, what I'd like to do is just walk through like what the posts are currently, keep them all. Like eventually, I would like to delete all of these that are up there now and make 10 new ones or 5 new ones or whatever we decide it's going to be. And we could use these as a start, but like I said, change the picture and change who posts it so that it always looks like we're all leading it together. So the other issue though is with the story highlights. It's all me talking, which, you know, I don't care. You guys know I like to talk, but I would like it to include you guys. You know what I mean? I would like to have you guys in there. So we could figure that out, or we could add a highlight. I was thinking where each of us introduces ourselves. You know, like we get like 4 clips or maybe even more than that, whatever, and we could even like a meet your coaches kind of a highlight where we get a certain amount of time and we could kind of introduce ourselves, tell our story and why we're a coach and that kind of thing. So I thought that could be a cool thing we could add back. But this is like a work in progress. So, you know, that's kind of where I got with that. Okay. Oh, this is the other thing that was really cool. So now I know Carrie Danielle is going to totally get this, but when Morgan and Jen and those girls were talking about these message threads, they said what they really try to do when they sign up new coaches is they try to make it's like a new pledge class. Like they really want people to like bond and come together and like, you know, do team building or whatever. Like they are like, so it's good to have that, like, we're going to start new coach mentorship on this day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like where everybody's kind of starting together, just like with our programs. That's kind of nice. So I've never pledged a sorority, but Lori also chimed in. I know, that's what I said. So Lori chimed in on that and was like, yeah, that's exactly what it reminds her of.
Cool. Lori was in the sorority that we hated in school. Like her sorority and my sorority didn't like each other. She's like, wait,
no.
I'm like, yeah.
Why?
And a few years separate that we weren't there at the same time.
Wow. Were you at the same school? No.
No, she went to Geneseo and I went to Oneonta.
All right.
So we were like,
that's so funny. Oh, so with the retention thing, so I'm going to get back to that for a second. So there's a coach on Rock Solid named Dana. She's really nice. I don't know how to say her last name. It's like Havlick or something like that. So this is something that she talked about that I would love to talk about with you guys also, is she does something where she requires this is where they were talking about retention. So that is when you get a new customer, how do you keep that customer? How do you keep them every month? Because we want these things building, right? So the way that she does it is she has a requirement. They have to order something every single month. It doesn't have to be Shakeology. It could be anything. It could be collagen, a box of bars, any of the supplements that we have. It could be a tank top. Like they've just got to order something every single month. And she didn't use tank top as an example, but and then what she does is she legit goes through. She says it takes her about an hour every month. She goes through all the people in her group, like that's in her Rise Up. Like it would for us, it would be our Rise Up group, and she removes people, but she has a separate group for them. But it's like there's not much content that's shared. I don't know. I kind of didn't like that. I wasn't like, I don't know. But she says it's really working. Like her volume, like everything. Like, I don't know. I'm about it. But there was a couple of times I saw like even Morgan perked up and Lori perked up. And I know I'm going to bring up Morgan all the time, girls. She's like, I mean, she's just doing it right. So why not follow the people who are doing it right,
absolutely.
right? I mean, that's the way you do it. That's the way you get it done. So
I think that we could definitely clean up Rise Up project.
Okay.
With maybe for us, because you said we're still a little baby team, and we do have a lot of people that are not used to that. You have to buy something every month. So maybe if we went through and actually saw who are active Beachbody on-demand customers. So that at least gives you a year. You have a year for, and we do say you're going to be our coach. You know, I'm going to be your coach for a year through this process if you have Beachbody on demand. So I don't think it's necessarily fair to say, and you have to be buying this.
Right.
Maybe over time, if we say when we sign up new customers, this will be for the month that you purchase your Shakeology or different supplements, I'll be your coach. But the way that we pose it, or at least I do,
Yeah.
is I'm your coach for a year, like the whole time that you're doing these programs, I'm here to help you, kind of a thing.
Yes. I do the same thing. I tell them you could return the bag, you could, I don't like to do that because to me that's what makes it salesy, like that, that icky. But
Understand
I think
their
it's
point of reference on it, that then you're not making any money for them. Half of it is, this is a business. But at the same time, it is also a business of helping people. And if what's working for them is their own doing workouts and following some sort of different nutrition plan, or if they're doing something different, I don't think right now I'm at the level that I would say you have to be purchasing something. But I think
You can keep the group as is and then make a VIP group for those people that are buying every day.
that's
Because that'll
that's
stay
what
small.
I was thinking too. Like I wonder if
Just
see,
a thought.
I wish we could make, I didn't think of the VIP idea, but I really like that. That is great. That's genius right there. Because that's what Lori does too. She calls it VIP. But what I would like to do is make our current group the VIP group, because I don't want to have to redo all that stuff. That's the group that they're getting everything. You know what I mean? And then kick out the other people and make another group that's not VIP. And I think that would actually be the way to do it. Is like make the VIP group first, and then tell people, look, this was just created a VIP group. This is the requirement to stay in. You need to do blah, blah, blah. We can come up with whatever the requirements are going to be. And if you decide you're not going to be in it, we have another group for you. You're still going to get our support, but you're not going to be getting meal plans. You're not going to be getting this. You're not going to be getting, you're not getting all that stuff. That's really like making it that amazing community. And what Dana said happened when she did that, she said a lot of her people, not all of them, but a lot of the people who got booted, when they saw like she's still posting the other group, and that's why I would say let's run that as a team. Let's do that together. So like if one of us posts once a day in there, like one little thing, check in or something is all they get. You know what I mean? Like they can check in with their stuff, but they're not getting much. Every once in a while we could throw in like a recipe or whatever, or share like this was just shared in the VIP group. In order to get in, you have to. I'm just kidding, but
regarding attention, it's something that we've spoken about before. I definitely think that in our Rise Up project, we should be more proactively talking about and sharing our experience with different products that we offer. Like, I'll be the first person to say it. Like, I'm not hooked on Shakeology. I drink it because I get it and people say that it's good for me. But like Energize, I swear by. Hydrate, I swear by. I get the digestive health and I swear by it. I love the collagen. And I'm never talking about, yes, I do my little check off that I drink the collagen, but how often do I go in there and talk about it? So not only just retention with customers, we should be openly, like we should be doing, whether it's once a week, maybe we should do that as one of the sign up things, that somebody goes on and talks about a different product that they've tried, or even if it is honest opinion and say, I've tried XYZ and I didn't love it, but this I do swear by, kind of a thing. Side tangent, I'm sorry that I'm going off on it, but the girl Alexis, who she just hit diamond, she signs up most people with Energize and Hydrate because that's what she's like, I don't understand why people aren't buying Shakeology. I said, because you never talk about it in your Instagram stories. People don't know what it is, but every day they see you drinking your Energize. Every day they see you. No, she does Recover. She calls it her grown-up chocolate milk, and she talks about it every day. Like, of course people aren't buying Shakeology. They don't know what it is. Like, they're buying that stuff on HD, so she is getting the points or whatever, like when they're signing up for it. She's like, I just don't understand why Shakeology is not a thing. And I'm like, and then I thought about it for myself. Like, I don't, like I said, I drink it because I drink it to drink it. I don't get any woo, like I'm not like, oh my god, if I didn't have it tomorrow I don't know what I would do, but if I didn't have Energize tomorrow, I don't know what I would do. The digestive health, I swear by it. The collagen, I swear by it. So that's something for myself. I need to make sure that I'm actively talking about the products that I do love, and even highlighting it in like my stories on Instagram, but also within our group, because that whole thing, I remember it came up a while ago. It said, how can you increase your business by 30%? And you can increase your business by 30% by getting new people, but you can also increase your business by 30% by selling more product to your current customers. So I think that that's something that is something that we should consider.
That's something that funding that's always growing, which is so nice. It's just a small little bit continually over time. And it just, now I have a bigger pool of people to every, you know what I'm saying? Is it call going to end soon?
No, I don't see it up yet.
Oh, good. All right. So before we go, I want to do a fun boomerang. You want to do it now?
That's fine, but you have 10 more minutes. You still got time.
Okay, good. All right, let's boomerang.
What is the fun thing? What is this finger? This is my cousin. Cousin it with this. Isn't it ET? It? What is it with the finger?
We done?
You meet me. Oh, we're done. We're done making silly faces.
All right, let's get back. All right, so then what was okay? Boxer. All right. So I told you. So I like those ideas. So we have to come up with it. Now this is the part with the action steps, right? We have to come up with some stuff. All right. So I don't know. I know I saw Carrie Danielle on the National Wake Up Call. Okay, she was talking about retention also, right? She was talking about Shakeology and that she didn't really like it. And that's so funny because you just said that too. But she didn't talk about what you said, but I like what you said. That's a great point about the whole, like.
Are you okay with me adding into once a week somebody highlighting some sort of product besides Shakeology? You know, Sharon gets bars. You can talk about how, like, if your daughter eats them, or
She does. She loves them.
I think that would be to highlight in our, make sure we're talking about in our own stories, but also within the group.
Yeah. What could we call it? Something like, well, we could brainstorm that. I mean, you know, we could.
It has to have an alliteration.
Or gone. It's, you know, it's a couple little alternatives I would go with.
We could follow the sales as well, like what's on sale, and then highlight that, you know, talk about that, right?
Right, that's a good idea.
I don't think there's any, like, sales right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
Yeah.
There isn't, because we still have the $20 off of the bar. Yeah. Probably next month will be something. Hopefully 3-day refresh. I want another one. I'm a 3-day refresh addict.
Okay.
Yes, but
Sorry.
I completely agree. We should, months going forward, if there is something that we get the first notification of something's on sale, we should definitely try to highlight that product for sure. But I'll add it to the Shine Sisterhood shared leadership going forward that we used to do. Georgiana, you can ask Wildcard Wednesday tomorrow?
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh my God, I never did the post. So yes, I am. It's just going to be, 10 minutes. Okay. It's going to be a crazy day, a wonderful day. I'm going into the city tomorrow with Kelly. We're going to see Wicked with his music program I know. I'm going to be home at 6:30, so I'm thinking 7:30 I'm going to do. So it's going to be kind of late. Have to leave enough leeway just in case we're late getting back.
Yeah, I think people like the nights anyway.
We'll see. I don't know. I got to put the post up, though, so people can ask questions. All right, so you guys can listen to the National Wake Up Call. It was really, really, really good. And, you know, what I liked that she talked about, which is similar to what Dana did, is she talked a lot about setting people's expectations, and the experience that she had was very similar to the one I had. Because she talked about how, you know, everybody talked about it like this, you know, Wendy's Frosty, or it's like this amazing shake. And she's like, and I had it, and she was like, it was horrible. And she's like, and you know what? Most people, they don't know how to make it right. You know, she's like, I've literally had somebody like put it in like, I forget what she said. Stir with a spoon and like, yeah, like with like not that much water or whatever, and it was very grainy. And, you know, of course it's not going to be good like that. No, you got to add the half frozen banana, and, you know, when you do all those things to it, it makes it great. But like, she set people's expectations, and she also checked in on them about it specifically. Like, how is it going with it? You know, how are you feeling different? And sometimes if people had issues, which actually I recently had with somebody, you know, all right, let's tweak it. Don't start with a full scoop. Your body's not used to all those vitamins. I mean, that's a lot of new stuff that most people who are not eating right are not used to. So they could start with half a scoop or a quarter of a scoop and work themselves up. Set expectations on shaky. Okay. So now the last, and then she talked about tracking customers, how important that is. And I don't know if you guys saw, but they added a Shakeology tracker but you guys would use it probably for Energize or Hydrate. I would think any subscription, they should really have it for any subscription, I would think, because especially now that Sarah Danielle mentioned what she did. People aren't always going to be just getting Shakeology. Either there are other things, but they have a Shakeology tracker that they're adding to the back of the Success Club back, the tracker that we're supposed to be using to kind of make sure that we're hitting all the things, that we're supposed to do in our business for each day. So they're adding that to the back so we can track Shakeology customers, like when they start, what they get, if they stop. This way you can check in with your customers each month and you could say, all right, well, this one's having Shakeology. I'm going to check in on them. You could write it on there. I'm going to check in on them on this day to see how they're feeling, because when you get more customers, it's hard to track all these people, and tracking is so important. So that's a nice organized way to do it, and it's easy. It's already available to us. So definitely checking the back office for those trackers. I know that my book is already made, but it's almost finished. So when I make a new tracker booklet, like I go to Staples and I have them bind the book, I do 52, and then they have one for each week. I'm going to add the Shakeology to it as well. All right, so that's that. She did talk about setting retention goals, and this is what she talked about. She said we're business owners, but you guys can listen to all that. The last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the Diamond Strong group. So we have a Diamond Strong group that is started, and it's really meant for people who are not a new Emerald coach. It's more like a solid Emerald. So they would have to have a minimum of 4 coaches, 2 on each side. And for anybody who falls into that area, the Flawless Empire and Rock Solid is doing a Diamond Strong group. I don't know if they've talked about it at all in the Flawless Empire. Have you guys seen that in there?
There hasn't been anything on it.
You have? No.
No, there hasn't been anything. I think it's like by invite only if you hit the criteria.
Oh, okay. So, I am very excited about it because this is the very first time I'm leading a push group. And I'm so excited because I'm hoping all the stuff that I learn in it is really going to help me with helping us set up that sneak peek the right way. So we could start just banging out new coaches. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to be like, okay, on Mondays, I'm recruiting to coach. On Tuesdays, I'm walking them through this I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have a system where it's like duplicatable so that we could easily just keep that, I don't know, like a system, almost like an assembly line, But I feel like leading this group with Lori and Courtney and Jen Chalker and Morgan's in there. And I mean, all 14 leaders are in there, which is just amazing. So, and they're going to be setting up pods in there. I'm really excited about, like I said, it's going to be weeks 4, 5, and 6. It's a 6-week group. It starts March 16th is the start date, which is this Monday coming up, I believe, right? No, when is the 16th?
6 days from now, it's the 10th today. Maybe this Monday.
Yes, so it's Monday. So that's the day 1 of the group, and it's a 6-week group. And the idea is this is for people who are really, really pushing for Diamond, who want to hit Diamond by a certain date. So they want to hit Diamond by, I think the date is April 30th or something like that. No, April 23rd. That's the goal. So people in this group are really pushing for that. And the first week of the group, I don't know how much time, 3 minutes left. Okay, so the first week of the group is going to be like an identify phase. So that's going to be where the coaches in there really get into their why. We're going to be looking at their avatar. I'm really excited because part of it is something that I've been wanting to do, the Enneagram thing. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. I've been wanting to figure out what my whatever, I'm saying that right? Enneagram? Such a weird, I feel like it should be Enneagram, but it's Enneagram. I don't know what my number is. I don't know if you guys know what yours is, but that's going to be part of that first week. It's going to be like an assignment where we figure out what our Enneagrams are, and that's going to help us to figure out, all right, who are we looking for in a teammate? Who are we looking for to help? Who are our people? Like, how are we going to find them on, Instagram or Facebook or wherever, and that's going to help us fine tune our avatar and like figure out, who we're speaking to. And then the week 2 is going to be an expand phase where we look at strategies to extend our reach. And all these things that we're going to be learning, they're going to trickle down to like like what we talked about on the calls. We'll be talking about it in the Sisterhood page as well, and message threads and things. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to get the girl. It's picture day tomorrow. It's the Girl Scout dance tomorrow. I'm going to be at Wicked tomorrow. I'm trying, and I am not, knock on wood, very good at organizing the night before to make sure everything's done. So I'm trying to be so good, like have their clothes out, the food ready, they're saved, so that's good. I have to be up at 4 a.m. if I want to get my workout in before I have to leave, because I have to leave by 6, and there'll be no go-go dance tomorrow. I'm not going to have any time for that. But anyway, all right. And then week 2 and 3 is expand. So that's where we're going to look at strategies on how to reach more people, and that's the stuff that's going to definitely trickle down. Like as I'm learning it, I'm going to be sharing it, which I'm excited about.
Thanks, Jay.
Oh yeah, sure. And then the last 3 weeks, weeks 4, 5, and 6, this is the really exciting part. This is the action. These are the action weeks. And that's when we're going to take, she specifically said running coach sneak peeks. She said that, and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so perfect, because this is exactly what we need to do as a team right now. Like that's where we're at right now. We need to figure out how to like introduce this coaching business to others, take the ones that want to do it with us, get them into our Rise Up project, get them into our new coach threads, and then go from there, and then get them into the Emeralds, whoever wants to go. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited that I'm going to end now, because I want to end before the time my trial. Girls, thank you so much for hopping on. I can't wait for the flawless 3 minutes, flawless empire. Let's do another boomerang, because that one wasn't good. Terry Danielle was making like what is this finger? What is that? All right, ready? Set, go. That one is good. I look like a goofball. That was good. All right, guys. Thanks again.
See you soon. Bye-bye.